Hello, everyone.
Doc.
Doc, New York enters this series with plenty of confidence. How important do you see it for your team to get at least one win here in New York?
I just look at winning the series, honestly. If we win the next four, great. If we win the last four, great. I don't ever look at it that way at all. So for us, it's single games. You know, that's how you play the playoffs. Every game's different. You have to prepare for every game, and then you just have to go out and play it as a single game. And if you do that 4 times really well, then you win the series.
When you have a lot of new faces, Doc, how do you balance not overloading them, but at the same time adequately preparing them for what awaits them?
Well, you just prepare them. You know, you prepare them in what you have to do as a team. All the other stuff is stuff. You know, they're going to hear advice from Kevin, Paul, and Jed and all these other guys. At the end of the day, they probably throw most of it out. And you got to go play. You just go out and play in the game. And after game one, I'm sure some of the guys who haven't been with it or new are going to find something out. And, you know, as a coach, I'm just hoping what they find out is really good. But even if they find out something really bad, you hope they can learn from it and move on from it. So I try not to overdo it. For me, I just know, you know, there's guys that I don't know how they're going to be in this atmosphere. And so I'll find that out too. I'll find that out about them.
Can you sense, though, Doc, in the lead up to the playoffs, whether guys are maybe being overwhelmed by the amount of information?
No, you can never sense that. Yeah, you got to wait till the game's played. I've seen guys have horrendous weeks of practice, and where you've gotten on them all week about not knowing the other team's sets, and then all of a sudden they get in the game and it all clicks. And I've seen the exact opposite. So you just don't know.
How would you say Kevin is physically?
Kevin's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's no limitations. Kevin's fine.
How much are you looking forward, Doc, to not having to worry about the pedal to the metal now? You know, all season long, you've been looking forward to this point where you can not worry as much about the minutes and just try to, get.
Well, that's
out of them.
nice. I mean, the 5-minute rotation thing with Kevin. I mean, you do it because you got to get through the season, but
Right.
it's horrendous. I mean, teams were game planning against it. It got to a silly point at times where you take Kevin out and they bring their big back in, and you knew you couldn't bring them back in. So that's gone now. It's basketball. You know, we still want to limit his minutes, but maybe limit them to 40, you know, or 35, or, you know, in that area, not the set rotational minutes for him. And that makes it so much more difficult to game plan against our second unit.
Does it make it more difficult with your rotation? Because you guys haven't really done that this season?
Not at all. I mean, rotations are easy when you can play the better player more minutes. That's not hard. You know, it's when everybody's even and you're trying to figure out who to play. Well, I will have no problem playing Kevin more minutes. I think that's easy. And I'll have honestly, no problem playing someone else less if Kevin can play more. So that's not a problem at all.
You've always shortened the bench during the playoffs. This won't be any different, do you think? Or
I don't know, honestly. We clearly want to shorten our bench. But I think in this case, because we have so many guys that are almost equal, it's going to be short, but it may be different guys in shorter bench,
Right.
if you know what I'm saying. You can write better than I can talk, so you'll figure out what I'm saying. So.
Don, read 'em.
Yeah.
Doc, with all that's happened over the last week, it stands to reason that your team is going to